Hey there people, how's it going? Welcome back to another tutorial about Visual Basic programming. In this tutorial it'll be not about a Hello World application anymore, those are just the basics. This time it'll be variables. Something very interesting, very useful in any kind of programming language, in any kind of application. So just create a new little project. I'll call it variables. And let's wait a little. I'm already going to save it. Alright. I'm just going to change it. Variables. And FRM variables. Alright, so from the toolbox I'm going to get a little button. And we'll make some kind of calculator. So, calculate, and it's going to be called btn calculate. Double click it. Now, we want it to output 2 plus 2. The way we could do that is by doing messagebox.show and then 2 plus 2 equals 4, for example. We could do it that way, or we could do it this way. No, that's not how I wanted to do it. But I wanted to do it this way. And then 2 plus 2. So in this, the way we do it here is just putting it in a single string and calculating it for the computer to output it already. And in this example, we just say what it's going to do and then output the sum. So if we run this, calculate 2 plus 2 equals 4 and 2 plus 2 equals 4. But there is still another way to do this. A much more interesting way, because say you want it to be 5 plus 2. In this example you would have to change this, the first number, and the result. In this example, you would need to change the first number, and in the calculation, also the first number. So this should be possible to do it easier. And that's how we're going to do this. Now we need to declare a variable. To do this, we're going to type dim from dimension, number 1 as integer, and we're going to make it equal to 2. Then we'll do exactly the same a second time, number 2. So now in your memory of your computer, a really small part, I think it's only 4 bytes, is reserved for this thing, for whatever is going into this. So this is the word to declare a variable, then the name of the variable, s is very important, and then the memory, the variable type. You have integer, decimal, string, character, a whole lot of them. But the easiest, and yeah, you can never do wrong with it, is integer. And then you don't have to do this, but you can already make it equal to 2. Now we can do this a little bit easier again. and just delete this line, say comma number 2. So now it will declare 2 variables for us. And then we just do this. Number 1 equals 2. Number 2 equals 2. Easy. Now to output it, all we have to do is message box. No, wait. I'm going to put the result already in another variable. Result. And result equals number 1 plus number 2. Alright. Pretty straightforward, I think. It's just basic math. And then message box dot show, and we'll just put in there number 1 ampersand plus ampersand number 2, no, number 2 ampersand equation sign, equation sign, I don't really know, and then another ampersand and result. So to show you what is going on here, you have the message box.show, which I explained in the previous episode. Then a variable cannot be between quotes. If you do that, if you put anything between quotes, it will think it is it's text. But you don't want text, you want a variable, of course. So what you have to do is just put there the variable name, an ampersand. You can also do a plus, but if it are 2 numbers, yeah, if you want to place them one after each other, you use an ampersand, and a plus if you want to make a sum out of it. If you want to add them, and every time you have to switch between a variable and text. So if we run this with F5 and we say calculate, it will say 2 plus 2 equals 4. And if we want to change it to 5, all we have to do is change it over there. And it's changed in our entire application. Well, not in our entire application, because a variable can be declared on multiple levels. It can be declared on this level, its local level. It's only possible to use it inside this function. But if we do it over here, and then we don't use dim, but private or public, but we'll go over there in another tutorial. Private, and I always use an underscore. This isn't required, but it's easy to know which ones are global. Test, I will call it, as an integer. And I'm also going to make it equal to, yeah. Oh yes, by the way, an integer cannot hold a decimal number. A double, as it is called here. Normally I think it should give an error, but you cannot store any kind of decimal numbers in an integer. It are only real numbers, so yeah, it is from integer dot minimal value, this one, to maximum value, this one. So pretty big. You can store many numbers in it, so yeah. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this, and yeah, leave a like and subscribe for more of these tutorials. And next episode probably will be about if structures. So, bye. Till next episode.